Okay, so here also you are finding the particular integral. Particular integral of f of dy is equal to, either it can be sine bx or cos bx. Okay, so first I'll discuss for sine bx. It's almost the same one only. So how you will find the particular integral? Particular integral will be as usual. The definition is not changed. The particular integral is given by 1 by f of d when you apply on sine bx. Okay, now we'll assume that this function f of d is in terms of d square. Okay, something in terms of d square we will assume. That means something like this, some function in terms of d square. Okay, then the particular integral is given by sine bx by f of, or maybe phi of, it doesn't matter, minus b square. Condition is if f of minus b square is not equal to 0. Understood all of you? Or maybe
Yes, ma'am.
let me write phi itself here. That means wherever you have d square, that you have, that term you have to replace with minus b square. Remember, it is not minus b whole square. Minus b whole square will be always b square itself. Okay, d square, instead of d square you have to replace it with minus b square. It's the same like what you have done for previous case. When it is e to the power ax by f of d, what you have done, d you have replaced with a, is it or not? And if phi of a is not equal, f of a is not equal to 0, then the particular integral is given by e to the power ax by f of a itself. And if it is equal to 0, then we have some other formula. So in the same logic we'll apply here. Only thing is, it is not instead of d, but wherever you have d square, that need to be replaced with minus b square. Okay, suppose for example your f of d is something like this, maybe d cube plus d square plus d, suppose for example. Okay, if this is your function f of d, then you can write this d cube as d square into d plus d square plus d. Can you write it?
Yes, ma'am.
Now suppose your function is sine 2x. If this is your function, then instead of d square you have to replace it with minus b square, which is 2 here. So minus 4d plus, again minus 4 you will get here, minus 4 plus d as it is. Okay, so now your f of d will be equal to, this will be what it will be, minus 3d minus 4. Is it or not? So this is not equal to 0. Okay, so in this case the particular integral will be sine 2x by f of d, na, where you have substituted your f of d. Wait. Okay, where you have substituted your f of d in terms of d square. So this will be minus 3d minus 4. That means this is nothing but you can take sine minus sign common, and this is sine 2x by 3d minus 4, 3d plus 4. Yet it is not done because there is still an operator here in the denominator. Is it or not? So now to solve this one, again what we will do is, we'll multiply and divide with the conjugate of this one. So this will be, you will have in the numerator, it is 1 by 3d plus 4. So you multiply this with 3d minus 4 and divide 3d minus 4 and apply this on sine 2x. Okay, this I am letting you with an example. Okay, so this all we are doing when f of d square is not equal to 0. You have substituted d square as minus b square, but sometimes it may have some constant in the denominator and sometimes it may not. Sometimes it can be in the form of md plus something. some constant. So in that case, how to solve? Again, you multiply and divide with the conjugate of this one, so which will be this one. So this, the numerator will be as it is, 3d minus 4. What will be the denominator now? Tell me on multiplication. 3d in 3d plus 4 into 3d minus 4, you will get 9d
9d square
square minus
minus
6 you will get. Okay. So again, you need to reapply the same formula. D square need to be replaced with minus b square. If it is not equal to 0, that will be your particular integral. So this 3d minus 4 as it is, sine 2x as it is. In the denominator, you will get 9 into, with a minus 4, you will get minus 16. Okay. So on solving this, you will have some constant with the minus sign you will have, and overall this will become plus. Okay, so some constant you will have here. What will be the constant on solving this one? Tell
Minus
me.
52.
52.
A minus 52. Okay, so minus 52 and this 50 with the minus sign will be cancelled. You will have 52 itself. Now you have sine 2x here. Still the operator is not done, yet we are in the operator form itself. So 1 by 52. Now due to linearity property, this will be 3d sine 2x minus 4 sine 2x. Now d in the numerator means what? What does d mean? When d applied on some function means what does this mean?
Differentiate d.
Yeah, you have to differentiate this one. Okay, if it is d square, you would have written two times, you would have differentiated, but only d is there, so you will differentiate it one times. So you will get cos 2x into 2. That means this term will become 6 now, minus 4 sine 2x. So this will be your particular integral. Hope this point you are able to understand. Okay, this all we are able to do only in which case? When f of d square is not equal to 0, then the particular integral. Sometimes what happened, you will get direct question. Okay, something, suppose if I write my f of d, suppose for the same sine 2x, if I write my f of d as 4d square, maybe plus 4 on Kundam. Okay, so let us substitute d square is equal to minus 2 square. So that will be 4 into minus 2 square will be minus 4 plus 4. So again, how much you have got this? Minus 16 plus 4, which is equal to minus 12. So this is not equal to 0. So therefore, particular integral in this case will be minus 1 by 12 sine 2x. This is just a constant when you applied this minus b square formula, and sometimes it can be turned out in terms of d operator again. Understood both the both the things?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. But this both will happen only in which case? When f of minus db square is not equal to 0. So the particular integral is given by sine bx itself. In the denominator you will have phi of minus b square. You write phi f, doesn't matter. Overall, wherever you have d square, it need to be replaced with minus b square. D will be as it is, don't touch d. Okay na? So same formula I will apply for sin cos bx also. So cos bx by phi of minus b square, I will write. This will happen only when phi of minus b square is not equal to 0. Understood both the things?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so this is one thing. Now let us see other case where this factor, when you replace d square with minus b square, it becomes 0. Okay, so case 2. Suppose phi of minus b square is equal to 0. This happens, suppose. Then what does this mean? Then in the question, that means d square plus b square is a factor, na? Is a factor of phi of d square, and hence it is a factor of f of d also. Okay, so if your f of d is written something like this, d square plus b square, some remaining function in terms of d square, where f of minus b square is not equal to 0. Okay, so for this particular one I'll write, suppose your question, if the particular integral you are calculating for something like this, d square plus b square sine bx. Okay, suppose you have only this much term as your f of d, then the solution for this one, the particular integral, now you see, according to rule, d square need to be replaced with minus b square, but what will happen, the denominator will become 0 there, so this cannot be applied. So the solution for such a thing will be minus x cos bx by 2b. Understood?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so this is the formula only in the denominator, or your f of d is just d square plus b square, but it may have some other terms also, na? Okay, so some other terms means I can write my f of d as d square plus b square, and remaining terms again in terms of d square, or maybe just d, doesn't matter. Okay, then how you will apply it? That means particular integral of 1 by d square plus b square into f of d square on sine bx. So first what you will do? First, since your small f of d square is equal to 0, this is happening. Okay, whereas capital F of d square is not equal to 0. When this remaining terms in d is not equal to 0, when you replace d square with minus b square, then what you will do? First logic you will apply. First logic, what does it says? You replace d square with minus b square. Okay, this minus b I should write here, minus b square. Okay, and sine bx. Now you have still the operator, this one, d square plus b square. For this one, the solution will be what? F of minus b square. This will be, solution will be what? Just now I have written, it will be x by 2b into cos bx. Understood this thing?
Yes, ma'am.
Or do you have any doubt? Suppose, okay, let me explain this by taking, suppose my f of d is something like this, d square plus 4 into d square plus 6 I will take, for example. And my function q of x is sine 2x. Okay, so now the particular integral for this one will be 1 by d square plus 4 into d square plus 6 when I apply on sine 2x. So first logic, what you will see? You will see, just you substitute, replace d square with minus b square. When you do it, what will happen? The first term d square, when you replace with minus 4, it will become 0. So you cannot apply directly for this one. But what about the next factor you have? Next factor is d square plus 6. So what will happen with this one when we replace d square with minus 2 square? It is not getting 0. Is it or not?
Yes, ma'am.
So first we'll apply this factor itself, for which you are not getting 0 in the denominator. So this will be 1 by, okay, minus b square, which is minus 4 plus 6 will be how much? Minus 2 you will get. Now you have this thing, d square plus 4 on sine 2x. Now since on applying this formula, when you replace d square with minus 2 square, it is getting 0. So we will go for this formula. So this is minus 2 as it is. According to this formula, it will be x by 2b. b is 2 again, so 4 you will get here, cos 2x. Minus and minus will be cancelled. Hope this you have understood.
Ma'am,
Yes.
plus 1 by 2.
Hmm? Yeah, minus and minus will be cancelled. So
Ma'am,
x
when
by,
you keep
Minus 4 plus 6, 1 by 2, no, ma'am.
acha, plus 2. Okay, okay, okay. Okay. So minus with a minus sign only you will get. minus x by 8 cos 2x you will get. Okay na? Understood?
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
So the same logic you have to apply for cos bx also. Okay, that means your particular integral can be cos bx by d square plus b square. In that case, the particular integral. Now, if you replace d square with minus b square, it will be 0. Therefore, the solution for this one will be x by 2b into sine bx. This formula is not same for sine and cos both, remember. Okay. Now similarly, the question can be cos bx by d square plus b square into some function in terms of d square. Okay. So this will be, and here of course this one, since f of minus b square is equal to 0. In this case you will apply. And here this will be 1 by phi of minus b square. Instead of phi f I have used, so f of minus b square, and for cos bx by d square plus b square it will be x by 2b sine bx. Okay, and this when you will take when original f of minus b square is 0 and remaining terms in terms of b square is not equal to 0. Okay na?
Yes, ma'am.
Written all these formulas? Understood?
Yes, ma'am.
So while solving, so in the numerator sometimes you may have a factor some lm plus or minus m, ld plus or minus m. Then to again to solve it, what you will do? You will multiply numerator and denominator with the conjugate part of it, and again replace d square with minus b square and solve it accordingly. Got it? Any doubt? Hmm? Let us solve a problem related to this. Suppose this is the question. You have to solve d square plus 3d plus 2y is equal to sine 3x. So solve. First, what you will do? Please answer.
F minus b square.
The
Find
question is to
YC.
solve. Yeah, find complementary function. They didn't ask you to just find the particular integral. If something like this they ask, they will give it in objective kind of question, small, I mean 2 marks question, 1 mark question, finding just the particular integral, finding just the complementary function. If they want you to solve this one, the total complete solution you need to calculate. So first write down the auxiliary equation. So auxiliary equation is m square plus 3m plus 2 is equal to 0. What are the roots here?
Minus 1, minus 2.
Minus 1, minus 2. Therefore, the complementary function, that is yc, is equal to c1. Roots are real and distinct. So what will be the complementary function? C1
E power minus x.
plus C2 e to the power minus 2x. So this will be as it is. Later we will use it in the final solution. Okay, this is just a part of the general solution. Now particular integral. So particular integral will be sine 3x by you have d square plus 3d plus 2. So according to logic, if you replace d square with minus b square, my b value is 3 here. So it will be minus 9 square, I mean minus 9 you will get. Minus 9 plus 3d plus 2 sine 3x. Now as you can see the denominator is not 0. Your f of minus b square is not equal to 0. So you will have this 3d minus 7 sine 3x. Now yet you are not got rid of this operator d. So in this case what you will do? You will multiply and divide with the conjugate of this one. So plus 7 by 3d plus 7. Sine 3x. Don't write sine 3x to the left of the operator. That will be wrong. Yet you are applying the operator on the function. So function always need to be written on the right side only. So this will be 3d plus 7 as it is. Sine 3x as it is. What will be the denominator now? Tell me. It will be 9d square minus
49.
49. Again, in the denominator, you have d square. So again, you apply d square as minus b square and check whether it is 0 or not. So 3d plus 7 in the numerator as it is, sine 3x as it is. The denominator will be 9 into, what is that, minus 9. Again, you will get minus 49. So on solving it, how much you will get?
minus 130.
Minus 130 you will get. It's a constant, you can write outside. Now you have 3d plus 7 sine 3x. This is minus 1 by 130. Okay, 3d on sine 3x. D on sine 3x means what? Something happened to my system again. What will be the solution? Tell me. What will be my solution? Please answer. First you will have 3d sine 3x. So sine 3d is there. So you will differentiate it. Cos 3x into 3 you will get. Already a 3 is there. So what you will have?
9 cos 3x.
9 cos 3x.
9 cos 3x you will have. Plus
7 sin 3x.
7
7
3
sin
sin.
3x.
So in bracket you will have 9 cos 3x. In bracket you will have 9 sin 3x. So the particular integral for this one will be minus 1 by 130. Just a second. Minus 1 by 130 into 9 sin 3x plus 7 sin 3x. Is that what you have got? Minus
Yes.
1 by 130 into 9 cos 3x plus 7 sin 3x. Okay, na? So this is how you have to solve the problem. Now it is not necessary the right hand side always will be given in some standard form cos bx or sin bx. They may give a combination of this sin and cos terms. They may write it as cos square x. Now for cos square x you don't have a direct formula. What you will do? Suppose I'm not solving this one. Suppose your q of x on the right hand side is 2 cos square x. Its particular integral need to be found. So particular integral means 1 by f of d on 2 cos square x. But for cos square x, you don't know any formula directly. What you will do then?
1 minus cos 2x by 2.
1 minus cos 2x. Huh?
Plus, no, plus.
So this as it is cos square 2x, you will write it as 1 plus cos 2x by 2 and 1 by f of d. So 2 and 2 will be cancelled. Now you have two things here. One is 1 and the other one is cos 2x. So for 1, how you will find it is a constant? How you will do it? 1 by f of d, 1 plus 1 by f of d into cos 2x. So cos 2x you can solve. In the question, if it is somewhere d square is there, you will replace with minus b square, check whether it is equal to 0 or not. Accordingly, you will apply. What about this one? Tell me. If
E
there
power
is
0.
any constant, yeah, you will take this as e to the power 0x f of d. And when you have e to the power ax, what is the formula you are applying? Replace d with a and check if it is equal to 0 or not. If not equal to 0, well and good. Even if it is equal to 0, you have the formula for that also. Understood?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Now let us see See, in objective type, we will try to give a problem where everything will be covered from your syllabus. Okay. And objective type will just suppose the question itself. If I give, I'll ask you to get the particular integral, or maybe I'll ask you to just calculate the complementary function for 1 or 2 marks. Okay. But if I ask you to solve this one, that means this will be a subjective type of question, and we will try to give a question in which you should able to apply all the knowledge whatever you have from your syllabus. I mean, we'll try to give a question such that every topic is covered in it, because mid exams is just of 25 marks, and for within that 25 marks we have to give the questions where we can cover all part of the syllabus, nothing should be left out. So here, as you can see, when I ask you to solve this one, what you have to do, you have to find the complementary function by writing the auxiliary equation based on the roots. Then again you have to find the particular integral. Again, particular integral means what? Here you have three parts. One is for e to the power ax, one is for sine ax, cos ax. So right till now, whatever I have covered from your syllabus, all the topics will be covered with this question. Will it or not?
Yes, ma'am.
So in the exam also we'll try to give such questions only for subjective type. For final exam, the same question will be of more marks, but for mid exam, the same question will be for less marks, because anyhow, within 25 marks only we have to cover all. So don't assume that in the final exam subjective is just 2.5 marks. Let us skip few things. No, you have to still solve everything for this question. So solve this one. First write down the auxiliary equation. Fm is equal to 0. Auxiliary equation is Fm is equal to 0. That is m square plus 4 is equal to 0. What are the roots?
Plus or minus 2i.
Plus or minus 2i. So plus or minus 2i you will get. So what will be the complementary function by C? Tell me. I'm not getting it. Yeah. In this question, one question we have taken. Na? Just a second. Which question? Sine 3x. This is all explanation. This question we have taken. You have calculated complementary function. You have calculated the particular integral also, which is given as 9 cos 3x plus 7 sine 3x. This is particular integral yp. But remember, if you stop here, you will not get any, full marks. Okay, because they ask us to solve, that means we need to get the most general solution, and most general solution is given by yc plus yp, complementary function plus particular integral, which we missed out in this problem. Okay, I was busy with this, my system is not working and all, but don't forget to write the final solution, otherwise you won't get the full marks. What are the values for this one? Complementary function was c1. What are the roots for this one? Tell me.
Minus 1, minus 2.
So C1 e to the power minus x plus C2 e to the power minus 2 na
Yes, ma'am.
2x complementary function, plus particular integral will be 1 by 130 into 9 cos 3x plus 7 sin 3x. If you don't write this part, you will not get full marks, remember. Okay, because they want you to solve it. If it is just objective type of question, they may just ask you to find the complementary function. So just find the complementary function for this question and leave it, that will be enough. Okay, but remember, when it is asked to solve, you have to find the, if non-homogeneous terms are given on the right hand side, of course, I have to find both complementary function, both particular integral, and finally add them by writing y is equal to CF plus PI. Then only you will get marks. Remember this thing. Okay? Is it clear, all of you?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, now solve this one as I told you. What was that question? D square plus 4y is equal to, you have e to the power x plus sine 2x plus cos 2x. So on solving, you have your auxiliary equation m square plus 4 is equal to 0. So m will be equal to plus or minus 2i. Complex conjugate roots you have got. So what will be your complementary function? Tell me.
C1
Fast.
cos 2x
One
plus
cos
C2
2x
sin
plus
2x.
C2 sin 2x.
Plus C2 sine 2x. There is no real part, so e to the power 0 will be 1. So we will keep it aside, later we will use it. Okay. Now particular integral pi, which is given by 1 by f of d on e to the power x plus sine 2x plus cos 2x. Now since this is not as lengthy, we will not write it independently. Here itself we will solve this one. What you can do, this is nothing but 1 by d square, 1 by d square plus 4 on e to the power x plus 1 by d square plus 4 on sine 2x plus 1 by d square plus 4 cos 2x. Now apply the logic. When you have e to the power ax, d need to be replaced with a. So when you replace it with a, what you have got? Will it be 0?
No, ma'am.
No. So replace d with a. A value is how much for this question?
1.
1. So what you will get for the first part, you will get 1 by 5 e to the power x. Now in the second part, what is happening here? When you replace d square with minus b square, which is 2, the denominator is getting 0. Is it?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
So the particular integral for this one will be minus x by 2a. 2 means 2, a is 4, 2 itself, so 4 you will get, and here you will have cos 2x plus x by 2a sine 2x you will get. Understood?
Yes, ma'am.
But this is just your particular integral, yet we are not done. As I said, y need to be written as yc plus yp. Give the heading. The general solution for the given question is yc plus yp. Yc is what? C1 cos 2x plus C2 sin 2x plus particular integral, which is 1 by 5 e to the power x minus x by 4 cos 2x plus x by 4 sin 2x. This is your required solution. Okay, na? Is it clear, all of you?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Now here I will not solve this one, but your q of x can be sine 3x into cos 2x. Remember, if there is a plus minus sign between this sine 3x and cos 2x, then particular integral will have two parts. One is for sine 3x, another is for cos 2x. But now the q of x is in multiplication, sine 3x into cos 2x. And the particular integral in as usual manner you will find, which is 1 by f of d applied on some function. Now how you will solve this question? Tell me how you will find particular integral for this one. What you will do?
Sin of a plus b plus sin of a minus b by 2.
So you will apply the trigonometric functions, transformations you will apply. You know that cos 2 sin a cos b is given as sin a plus b plus sin a minus b. Is it correct? So you compare with this one, you have only sin a cos b. So you will have sin 3x cos 2x. That can be written as sin 3x plus So this will be 1 by f of d. 2 is missing, so in the denominator you will get 2, and this will be now sine addition of this will be 5x, subtraction of this will be x by 2. So 1 by 2 is a constant, you leave it, and now you have 1 by f of d on sine 5x plus 1 by f of d on sine x. Now you have your constant values, I mean that 5 and 1, and the denominator in terms of d square, replace it with minus b square and simplify this one. Understood all of you?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now it is not necessary you will always have sine A cos B. You may have sine A cos sine B also. So accordingly, you should remember all the transformations between the trigonometric functions. Then only you can solve it. Okay. What is sine A sine B? What is sine A sine B?
Cos of a minus b minus cos of a plus b by 2.
Yeah. Cos of A minus B minus cos of A plus B by 2. So these functions you should remember, these transformations, then only you can solve the problems related to these questions. Okay. And if a constant is just a constant is mentioned, suppose your q of x is 5 or any other constant. So particular integral is still given as 1 by f of d on 5. But this 5 is nothing but e to the power 0x. So 5 will be as it is, replace d with 0, and if it is not equal to 0, again in the denominator you will get a constant. If it is equal to 0, apply the other formula for e to the power ax. Okay na? Is it clear all of you?
Yes,
Yeah.
ma'am.
One more thing here. Suppose they ask you to solve a differential equation with some given conditions. Then what you have to do, first you have to find the final solution, that is complementary function plus particular integral. By using this one you have to apply the given condition. Okay, by using this one you have to find the and find the constant values and again rewrite your solution. This I think I have already explained one. Don't just use the complementary function to get the constants, that will be wrong. First find the complete solution, which is CF plus PI. On that solution you apply the initial conditions, whatever given, initial or boundary, whatever given, and from that you have some equations, solve those equations, you will get constant values and you substitute those constants value in the general solution. Understood?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Now let us see another one, another function to find the particular integral of f of d y, and q of x is x to the power k, where k is a positive integer. Positive integer means 1, 2, 3 and so on. 0 means you will have 1 there, and for 1 you have to apply e to the power 0x only. Okay. So x to the power k, where k is positive integer, that means 1, 2, 3 and so on. So again particular integral for this one will be given by 1 by f of d, you will apply it on x to the power k. Okay. Now what you have to do is, you have to reduce this f of d in the form of 1 plus or minus phi of d by taking, you have to reduce this f of d as 1 plus or minus phi of d by taking the lowest degree term from f of d. By taking the lowest degree term from f of d. Suppose your f of d is something like this, d square f of d is something like this, d square plus d plus 2 anukundam. Okay. So particular integral, and you have your function q of x is equal to x cube anukundam. Okay na? So f of d, when you particular integral you are finding, so 1 by f of d on x to the power 3. Okay. Oh, it's always going. What happened to my system? I don't know. Is it visible, my screen?
Yes, ma'am.
But what I'm writing is, I'm writing something, but it's not working. Okay, let me see again. Just give me a minute. Yeah, just hold for a second. I'll use some other system. Yeah, students, now I'm audible.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Just give me a second. I'll share the screen for the system. Will my screen now?
Yes, ma'am.
So I was discussing about this thing. You have to find the particular integral of x power k. Then for particular integral, as usual, you know, it is given by 1 by f of d on x to the power k. Now what you need to do is, you need to resolve or you need to reduce this f of d in the form of 1 plus or minus phi of d and apply it on x to the power k. Okay, and how you will do this? By taking the lowest degree term, from f of d. Suppose for example your f of d is d square plus d plus 2 అనుకుందాం. Okay, then what is the lowest degree term here? Tell me.
2.
2. So you will take 2 common. So you will have 1 plus d square plus d. Okay, na? Can I write it?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So that is 1 plus, or you may have minus also. So what is phi of d now? Tell me. It is d square plus d. Now
Ma'am, by
this
2.
I will, sorry, yeah, no, I'm just asking phi of, yeah, by 2 also, of course. So my phi of d is d square plus d by 2. Okay. Now what I'll do after writing this, now I will write 1 by f of d, which is nothing but 1 by 1 plus or minus phi of d, as 1 plus or minus phi of d whole to the power minus 1 x to the power k. Can I write it?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So now what you will do is you will expand it in ascending powers of d by using binomial theorem. And up to what extent you will extend? See, the expansion means what? You will get infinite series. Is it or not? If you apply binomial theorem, this is not going to be a finite series. Infinite series you will get. But to what extent you will expand this one? Up to the term containing d to the power k. Remember, now in the numerator, suppose this example, if we take it, 1 by f of d you are writing on example like x cube anukunnam. Okay, x cube. So this will be now, this particular integral will be now, I have this as 2 into, okay, 1 by 2 will be as it is, sorry. Okay, so 1 by 2 will be as it is, and the denominator part I have written it in the numerator, 1 plus d square plus d by 2, its inverse, and apply it on x cube. Okay, now let us expand it. Hope you know the expansion of 1 plus x to the power minus 1 plus x to the power minus 1, 1 plus x whole to the power minus 1. What is the expansion?
1 minus x plus x square minus
Yeah,
x cube.
1 minus x plus x square minus x cube plus x to the power 4 and so on. Okay, so instead of x, what do I have here? It is d square plus d
d
by
square plus
2.
d by 2.
So yeah, so d square plus d by 2 I will write. Next term will be its square. That means d square plus d by 2 whole square. Okay, and then next term will be minus d square plus d by 2 whole cube and so on. This is an infinite series. It goes on. Okay, on x to the power 3. Now what you have to do? You have to simplify this. So 1 by 2 as it is, 1 minus d square by 2 plus d by 2 you will get. Its square means d square plus d whole square by 2 means what you will get? Okay, 1 by 4 constant you will get outside. D to the power 4 is there. Okay, so d to the power 4 plus d square plus 2d cube you will get. Will you get?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, similarly you expand the next factor also, and on you have here x cube. Now each of this factor, I mean each of this term need to be applied on x cube. So 1 by 2 will be there, 1 means x cube you will get, minus 1 by 2 constant, d square. What does d square means when you apply on some function?
D square by
Double
D.
differentiation.
Yeah, okay. How much you will get? D square on x cube means how much you will get? What does
6x.
this mean? Yeah, that means you need to differentiate it 2 times. Similarly, d on x cube means you have to differentiate it 1 times. Now, what will be d to the power 4 on x cube?
0.
0. That means this expansion, though you have infinite series, you have infinite number of terms, but to what extent you will expand this one? Only up to
Up
d
to
to
d
the
cube.
power k. Up to the power d to the power k. Because if you have x to the power k, so you can only differentiate k times. K plus 1 will be always 0 only. Is it or not? So
Yes, ma'am.
after writing this one, 1 plus or minus phi of d whole inverse, what you need to do is expand it in ascending powers of d. Ascending powers of d using binomial theorem. Okay. To what extent? Up to the term containing d to the power k. And then operate x to the power k with these terms of the expansion of 1 plus or minus phi of d whole to the power minus 1. Understood now? How to solve or how to find the particular integral when right hand side is x to the power k. Understood? You will take the lowest degree term out and rewrite it as 1 plus or minus phi of d. Write it in the numerator, it will be 1 plus or minus phi of d whole inverse. Now expand this in ascending powers of d using binomial theorem and operate each of this term with x to the power k. Got it?
Yes, ma'am.
Now sometimes to make it easy,
Yes, ma'am.
f of d is resolvable. If f of d is resolvable into partial fractions, then split 1 by f of d into partial fractions and then apply the same procedure. That would be more easy if it is possible to resolve f of d into fractions. First split them, split 1 by f of d into partial fraction and then apply this procedure. Understood all of you?
Yes, ma'am.
See, for expansion, few expansions I will write. If you have 1 by 1, for x I am writing, not for d. Okay, for standard ones I am writing here. So this is nothing but 1 by x to the power minus 1. So its expansion is what? 1 plus x square plus x cube and so on. Is it or not?
Yes, ma'am.
And 1 by x plus 1 will be 1 plus x whole inverse, which is 1 minus x plus x square minus x cube and so on. So you compare both. When you have a minus sign between 1 and x, in the expansion you will have all positive terms. When you have plus x, you will have alternate positive negative terms. Okay, so you may have 1 by 1 minus x whole square. This can also happen depending upon the question. So this will be 1 minus x whole to the power minus 2. What will be its expansion? Tell me.
1 plus 2x plus 3.
1 plus 2x plus
3x square.
X square.
3x square
Cube.
plus 4x cube
X
and
cube
so on.
5x.
And so on. Is it? Now similarly, if I write 1 by 1 plus x whole square, that will be 1 plus x whole to the power minus 2. Then what will be the expansion? It's the same expansion, only at odd terms you will have minus sign. So you should remember all this expansion. Instead of x, you will have d here, the operator. Accordingly, you simplify. So it is not just d to the power 1 you will have here. As you can see, it can be some function in terms of d overall. That function you have to consider it as x and expand it. And then apply on x to the power k. Understood this one?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
So that's it for today. Next class I'll continue with the problems of this one and few more special cases regarding this. Okay, if you have any doubt, you can ask.
Ma'am, these are all the cases when linear differential equations are with constant coefficients, no, ma'am.
Yes, with constant coefficient.
What if we have variable coefficients, ma'am?
Don't worry, we will learn those things also.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay, if you have variable coefficients, we have other methods to solve them. Anything else? That's it. Am I audible? Because my
Yes, ma'am.
system in which I'm recording, I'm not able to operate it actually. Okay. That's it for today. You can leave. And Kirti, please note down the absentees and send it to me.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay, you can leave now. Let Kirti note down the